Madden just dropped a huge patch, adding tons of brand new plays you've never seen before. So in this video, I'll break down the top 10 best plays from the update that you need to start using. The best part is, if you stick around, you'll see that I included 3 mini schemes that will help you dominate anybody you face. The first play is by far the best zone beater in the game. The play is called Shock HB Wheel in the brand new Gun Bunch Spread Nasty formation. To set this up, you're first going to make sure the bunch is on the wide side of the field. Then you're going to put a streak on the inside-most bunch receiver, a corner on the outside-most bunch receiver, then a flat on the solo receiver. The other adjustment I highly recommend is to custom stem your outside-most bunch receiver 1 notch down. Versus cover 3 and cover 4, you'll be able to throw the corner out below the deep outside zone. And versus cover 2 specifically, you'll be able to throw the deep fade for a gigantic gain or even a 1-play touchdown. If all of that's covered, you can throw your halfback wheel versus any zone defense in the game. This next play beats every coverage in the game. The play is called Swirl In, and it is also in the bunch spread nasty formation. To set this up, you must make sure your bunch is once again on the wide side of the field. Then streak your solo side receiver and put your inside-most receiver on a post and stem him all the way down. Versus any zone-based defense, you'll be able to throw the post either above any flat or below any deep zone. And if that's covered, you could throw the backside return route before it reaches any hook zones. If your opponent looks to adjust their coverage to take this away, you can expect your flat route to be wide open for an easy few yards. The last route I like to look at is the check and release halfback route, which can be opened for a solid gain if your opponent removes their short side flat. And if they're in man coverage, you'll be able to throw either the post or the backside return route. To complete the insane bunch spread nasty mini scheme is the play Orbit Shallow Cross. To set this up, you're going to place the bunch on the wide side of the field, streak the inside-most receiver, and drag the solo receiver. Versus cover 2, you'll be able to throw the deep fade for a touchdown, the drag for a 5 to 10 yard gain, or the halfback auto motion table for a few yards. And if the user overcommits to another route, you'll actually have the curl route wide open in the middle of the field. Versus cover 3 and cover 4, you'll be able to throw the drag route both early in the middle of the field and late below any deep flats. And if the user abandons their assignment, you'll have the curl wide open. Versus man coverage, you could throw the drag route and the curl route while on the break with a down pass lead. If they don't have help over the top, you can rocket catch the middle streak route. Now we're going to take a look at the play Motion Divide, which is one of the new plays they added to the bunch tight end formation. The most important route on this play is the deep fade on the outside bunch receiver, and you'll see why. The best way to set this play up is to put a corner route on your middle bunch receiver, a flat on your inside-most bunch receiver, and a drag on your tight end. Versus a cover 2 defense, you'll be able to throw the corner way over the flat route. When you play a cover 3 and cover 4 defense, you'll also be able to throw the corner route beneath any deep zone because the special fade will pull them back. If they zone drop or do not have a hard flat on the field, you'll be able to throw the flat route on your receiver for an easy few yards. You'll also be able to throw the drag route before it reaches any flat zones. Versus man coverage, as long as your receiver and tight end have good route running, you'll be able to throw either of them. Before I get into the next insane money play, I want to give a gigantic shout out to frequent sponsor of the channel, PrizePicks, the most exciting real money fantasy game in the world, and a big thanks to them for supporting us this Madden and college football season. And they have tons of promos going on, like Taco Tuesday with discounted player projections, Flex Friday with protected lineups, and Demons and Goblins all week long, where Demons are harder to hit projections with bigger payouts, and Goblins are easier to hit projections with lower payouts. And for the Super Bowl, they have a Patrick Mahomes free square that I'm pairing with a Travis Kelce touchdown, a Kareem Hunt touchdown, Dallas Goedert's over because we gotta take an Eagle, and a Chris Jones sack. But the best promo of all is using code SWOLO when you sign up because you'll get $50 instantly when you place your first $5 plus in lineups, whether they win or whether they lose. So check it out in the description down below. Again, huge shout out to PrizePicks for supporting us. This next play is absolutely insane. It's called Motion Snag Under, also in the bunch tight end formation. To set this play up, all you have to do is post your tight end and flat your halfback, while also making sure the bunch is on the wide side of the field. Versus cover 3 and cover 4 defenses, you'll be able to throw the post route beneath any deep zones, the cheap motion drag route below any hook zones, and before it reaches any flat zones, as well as the hitch delay drag while it's still a hitch. Versus cover 2, you'll have both the cheap motion drag and the halfback table route. If the opponent shades underneath in any zone defense, you'll also have the quick cutting corner route. This play is particularly effective versus man coverage, as both the sharp cutting corner route and the tight end post are easy dots. The next new play is great for when you need a huge gain versus zone defense while also having fantastic backside options. The play is Motion Slot Flood, again in the bunch tight end formation. To set this up, we'll of course have the bunch on the wide side of the field, then streak the insidemost receiver, drag the tight end, and streak the halfback. Versus cover 2, you guessed it, one play touchdown to the deep fade route. Versus cover 3 and cover 4, you'll have the stock C route wide open, and you can also expect that if they zone drop or play deeper to cover the C route, that the tight end drag will be wide open. And if they remove or abandon the tight end side hook, the halfback streak will be completely, you guessed it, wide open. The only run play in this video I'll be showing is this brand new QB wrap, completing the mini scheme in the gun bunch tight end formation. This play is pretty basic. Simply hold off the right trigger until you find a hole and then sprint through it with your quarterback. And it's also really good versus the meta. This next play has a route that's basically unguardable. The play is called Motion Slot Out in the brand new gun bunch spread formation. To run this play, all you have to do is align the bunch side to the wide side and table your halfback. Versus every zone defense and even man, you'll be able to throw the whip route for an easy 5 to 10 yards. And if they abandon the flat to cover it, you'll also have the out route wide open. And if they fully overcommit to the bunch side, look to the curl route for an easy 10+ yard gain. On the right side of the field, look to the table for an easy few yards if they are running deeper flats. And if they run a cover 2 hard flat, you'll have the deep fade for a huge gain. Play number 9 is one of the weirdest but most effective plays to use versus meta defenses. The play is called Motion Slot Hitch, also in the bunch spread formation. And to set it up, you're going to put your inside-most bunch receiver on a streak and your halfback on a table. Versus both cover 3 and cover 4 defenses, you'll be able to throw the hitch route for an easy gain. On the right side of the field, you need to make the read on the slot corner. If the slot corner goes inside, throw the halfback table route. If the slot corner goes outside, throw the in route. And if they're in cover 2, the deep fade is open for a huge gain. Play number 10 is a staple route concept in competitive Madden, and the new bunch spread alignment makes it even better. The play is called Branch Return, and it completes our gun bunch spread mini scheme. To set this up, all you're going to do is put a streak on your middle bunch receiver. Your primary read will be the drag route before it reaches the flat zone, and if it's being covered, look to the return route because most hook zones will completely ignore it. And your last read is the in route over the middle because the zones required to take away the drag and the return route will leave the in route wide open. Now that you've learned some insane new route combos, it's time to learn the best defense in the game right now, so click the video on screen to check it out.